Hello and welcome to attempt 3 of this map. It's a center of trade.
The dream of a connection between
I found warehousing bad in this game, Salah, because it's pull rather than push warehousing.
European patchwork of national borders. So I knew what I was getting myself into. With my route, I planned to connect the three great powers, France, Germany, and Russia. Yet only recently, two of them had faced each other in a bitter conflict. My contacts in the Belgian royal family enabled me to try to make agreements with all parties along the way, and to somehow please everyone. The real challenge, however, would await the person I had chosen to implement my planned rail network.
Okay. Pause.
So here we are.
I wish you could click a button to make these guys shut up.
Are ready to carry out our project. I am extremely relieved that you have agreed to support me.
We put one here.
Of this dream.
We are going to put one here.
The Nord Express will become one of the most important trains in Europe. But now to business.
And we're going to also go up to Brussels.
He was kind enough to help me plan our exact route and assess our strategic position.
How do you do? There are a number of regions that would be willing to let our rails pass. However, many others will not tolerate our presence, and thus our options concerning the exact route are limited.
Quit trying to dig your way into the China.
We can't simply bypass. When the time comes, we'll have to find ways
Quit trying to dig your way to China.
Fortunately, we will have an easy time at first.
Stop it.
I have let my
Stop it.
contacts play in France and in the Belgian royal family.
Stop it.
This enables us to get the first two region concessions at a special price. Why don't you start laying rails here?
I really would just prefer that there'd be a button for follow the bloody land, rather than it constantly trying to dig and bridge its way everywhere. Okay, done. Except that's too sharp for there. You, away, go. Alright. Gridiron. Gridiron. The sense of drive that it wants. Now Brussels. Except that you are to go straight for a while out of Brussels, and you are to go straight for a while out of Lille. Even if it makes things awkward. Looks good. Yes, parallelize. Gridiron. Gridiron. Okay. Whew. Maintenance bay. Restaurant. Maintenance bay restaurant. Maintenance bay restaurant. Maintenance needs to happen whenever it doesn't have any maintenance. Here, 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 here. You are express. Paris, Lille, Brussels, Lille, Paris. Yes, there are to be Pacifics. There are to be 2 of them. Paris, Lille, Bruss. Both kinds of things. Rip money. It's complaining that I didn't mark the direction on these 2, which is fair. Isn't that wrong? The game wants it to be this way. There we go. And then we'll do a separate one that way. Or do we turn this into an even bigger loop? We probably turn this into a full loop. And then have a clockwise one and an anti-clockwise one. Well, we need water, that's for sure. Or at least the potential to have water. Hell, maybe even ignore Paris first and turn that into a... Because this is hard to incorporate into a loop that way. Well, I suppose we could build it at that angle. Then come down... The trouble is the stations are so big. Relative to the map. Like, stupidly big. Okay, so no one wants to travel here to here. And apparently no one wants to travel here. Oh no, there we go. Good enough. The heck? It feels like it didn't stop there. Wither on the vine? Only the Parisians like Paris. Like Sydney. Just like Sydney. At least it's making good speed. Now it's got some people that want to go there. And we got our bonus for connecting here, which is maybe enough to do what I wanted here. So, so let's connect up you. And Luxembourg. But I'm not allowed to touch Luxembourg until you do this, which is one of the things I don't like about the game. The game is really obsessive about, you must only be building one new thing at a time. You're trying to do two things, not allowed. Why are you trying to dig your way to China? No. No digging to China. Half the cost of this is... It shouldn't be like that. It should follow the contour of the Earth. See, it behaves sensibly if you force it to by doing small sections of track, but that makes it tedious to do the building. Well, we gotta do it, so we do it. There, now we've forced it to be less stupid. At least a little bit. No! Do not dig to China! Done. I need to wait for that train to get past here. Else it will delete itself.
The first mile
Okay.
is breezing by. I wish our whole project would be that easy.
Good. And then the other end of these. Now we're allowed to make Luxembourg. Now, do I build it like I wanted to here? For the sake of making it possible to do this loop? Probably yes. Just going to make gridironing everything to do with over here a massive pain. Can you just make these like, it should be round borders, not stupid pointy borders. Grrr. Grrr. You know what, let's... Screw that, let's just buy Alsace-Lorraine. Done. Now it doesn't matter. Yes, literally dig your way halfway across France. That is the sensible thing to do. God. Waypoint. Sure. Now what's wrong with you? Sure. No digging. No digging. No digging. No digging. No digging. It's probably the most reasonable. No digging. Am I really going to put up with that stupid bridge? No. No, I will not. We could have just bought Alsace-Lorraine. Where's the, this? Okay, so I want to avoid that. So I want to go down. Okay, and now let's exit this and try and make the rest of this a bit neater. That doesn't look too bad. There's maybe a little bit of stupidity there. And I'm going to put up with that. Then we double that. But we can't. So at the moment we've got this. Now I want this. It's the Paris Luxembourg. Yes to this. I can just barely do that, and I would like to make 2, but for the moment we can only afford 1. You are express. Don't try to carry non-express goods. And it's complaining about that we haven't doubled up the last section, but once it gets to Luxembourg, and we get our bonus for touching Luxembourg, we'll be able to afford the double bit. And then maybe also to add in Arrow. And the water that we haven't added here. There's a lot to add in. Okay, decent money. How much was the track doubling? Most of that cost is actually the other station, though, the other platform. Although I should have smoothed out this bit a bit more. Give us our bonus money, thank you. Done. Turn that into definitely a maintenance bay here. And a restaurant. And the doubling of the tracks, but we can't afford it. It definitely needs water. Gonna have to wait for slightly more money. Now we can afford it. No, not quite. Still a little bit more. But I want to get the freight. Well, actually, how long till we can afford the good freight? Yeah, let's not build any of the crappy freight. Wait 1 more month and build the new freight. Yeah, I feel like this should be the default as well when you're in track building mode, kind of. Or at least have some sort of way of, like, overlaying this with the real map with 50% opacity. But whatever, it's not that hard to find. I'm clearly supposed to buy this and connect here within the 2 months. We could go take a loan. That loan seems the most sensible. So we buy you out.
Ah, the first small victory. Cheaply won, but certainly not for nothing.
Oh, you're trying to convince me to build that still. Yeah, alright. And then we make sure these know which direction the tracks go. I probably should have built it facing this way a bit more. In retrospect. Done. We don't double you yet, and we deliver you something so that you stop being grumpy. What the hell? Hmm? No, no, no. Here to here. Via the middle, without digging to China. Oh, but this is getting in the way of Riem's sphere of influence. Fair enough. Not really, it's stupid, but we gotta deal with it, so... Like, especially because at the moment, it's winter, and I can't actually see where does the border end here? I can see a little bit here, but there's obviously border, and a little bit here where it's green, but in the white area, how am I meant to tell where the sphere of influence is? No joke. Yeah, no, it just wants us to go through here. Fine. People will have to go through this city. Well... How will I deal with this then? I want to have an express eventually, and I wanted to wait a month until I build the first freight, so I'll build an express, temporarily use it as a freight, and convert it into a proper express later. So first you do sugar here, actually other order. So, Beer Pacific, tick. You are going to deliver corn here. For the moment you are freight. And manual. Corn, 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 corn. Drop off the corn. Then you get sugar. You probably do 2 trips of this. temp, in air quotes, freight. The antipode of France is closer to New Zealand. It's a saying. It's F-R-E-I. No, that looks wrong. Although that looks wrong as well. That must be right. It's idiomatic. Go. Yes, we don't have doubled lines, I know. We will need water, I know. And this end's going to need a maintenance bay. Done. It had a market value of minus $3 million. I would like to add the second one of those in when I can. And then that wants us to connect to it quickly as well. Oh, we'll see what we can do, game. The bonus money from this might let us set up that one. Maybe. Maybe. France is proving tough, pizza. The starting $3 million doesn't go far enough. And you also don't start out with any good freight trains. You've got to wait until we can unlock this thing before we have a good freight train, it seems. Come on, I need that connection bonus. There's our connection bonus. We use that to connect to Nancy and Strasbourg. And I know that you're not happy with life. So how are we going to do it? Are we going to run Nancy and Strasbourg up to Luxembourg, or are we going to run them into Reims? I feel like running them into Reims and using Reims as the way they get on this kind of loop is the better way. You almost made it? To orbit or to the moon? Europe is expensive? Yeah. Let's add some straight. Goodbye some money. To neither? Where's Nancy gone? Why can't I see you, Nancy? Down here. Having it be here seems the most reasonable. Oh, it doesn't want me having this bit disconnected until we... Fine. I mean, I don't really want to do that, but I'm being forced to. Or else we could go around. Yeah, I actually prefer going around this way for the moment. There, now it won't complain about this not being technically part of everything. And I need to do that. Well, we can do that back here later. Now I should be allowed to build Nancy. These are stuff we're going to want. So I guess we build it on this side rather than that side. Yeah, building it this way around makes more sense, I think. It needs to go straight for a bit first, because otherwise you can't do your gridirons. We wouldn't mind passing by the cow. And then building into that. Sure, eventually this will be doubled, but for now we're too poor. And then Strasbourg. I should try and keep them facing the same way as much as possible, so if you face down, this one should face down as well. Needs to come straight out of the station for a while. And then it needs to connect over to you. I'm sorry, what? It's trying to dig to China. Okay. Yeah. Force it to be less stupid. Good. Now I wait a couple of sections and I build the express that goes here. Yes, he will come in and make us enough money, hopefully, to afford that next express. Do. So speed up. Slow back down. Ding, 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 all the money. Yes. Yes. Done. Pause. New train that goes here, here, here. The heck? Okay, wrong one. My bad. Here, 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 here. You are an express. You are 3Ms. Renanstrasse. You are a Pacific. I can't afford these things yet, so we'll add them in later. Go. Yes, I know the track isn't doubled yet, but I need this to happen so that I get this bonus. Okay, so it's doing the sugar, and then it will do another corn. And then we probably repurpose you to be... Well, we had intended you to be this. But now that we built that one, we've got that one with 2, that one with 1, that one with 1. I probably connect rail 3 here to there. Or else I start doing that there. And then we allow this to go here, and make Riems our regional hub. Sugar, 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 sugar. That's not the right train. That is... And we'll buy you your mail car momentarily. Oh, look at that. That is fantastic. 40, 40, 40, 40, 40. We can afford our new Prussian. No! You cannot unlock this development before the, game. Can you see what year we are? Game? Game, you wanna think about that? So is there something I'm missing? Is there something I'm missing, chat? 1890. You cannot develop this before 1890. Look, there's Riems. Re-ums. Although for how at the moment it's re-ums. No Frenchman would accept a train called the Prussian. You see, that would be an amusing pop-up, not you can't get it this year when it's already this year. Okay, we got our bonus connection for connecting Strasbourg. It's going to need maintenance. I would like it to have a restaurant. I would like you to have a restaurant. I'm not going to put a maintenance on you. I would like you to have a restaurant. I would like here to have a restaurant. Good. I should probably add maintenance here. I'm going to let it do this corn, and then we're going to work out what we do with this guy. I'm thinking I make him into a second this. Especially seeing as we doubled the track. Yeah, this no longer wants any corn, so it's... Yeah, we need to repurpose him, and soon. I don't get that, though. Leo of Caprivi is the new Chancellor. Otto von Bismarck submitted his resignation. Ooh. The expansion of labor protection. What's going on here? Nothing good, so let's force this to be less stupid. Because it's being very stupid. Okay, so we've done two things, but we haven't done the France thing yet, or the Make Paris Big. The Make Paris Big aspect. Please hurry up so I can repurpose you. And please realize that it's this year so that I can get a real freight train. Otherwise, I'm going to have to live with the Taff Vale. How much worse is the Taff Vale than you? Half the tractive effort. 220 versus 115. I'd really like to not have to use them. It should just let me do this, stupid lying game. Well. I'm willing to wait till the end of the year. Well, actually, am I? Because I have to do the deliver X amount of other goods to Paris thing. So how many more goods does Paris need? It needs 4. I can do cloth. It does want cloth. I can do corn, sugar, and it's going to have to be timber. So this. We're going to have to build a station here that incorporates into the network. And maybe have one bad old... Your job is done now. If you're going to do anything, I want you to do... this. Paris, Reims, Luxembourg, Reims, Paris, Express, both kinds of thing. Your name, looks. Oh, come on. Lux 2. Because the other one... That's one thing I don't like about this. You can't just, like, drag this train and say, become one of the ones in the other line. Express this. Do. You've got your cars. You've got your cars. You need that car. Okay. We've got 2 doing you, 2 doing you, and 1 doing this. It doesn't really look like we need 2 doing this. But we're going to want to double this section of track for adding in that. Double it to... Could you stay parallel? There. We're not quite rich enough to connect these two properly yet. Riems is dying. Well, sucks to be them. In good news, we should now have the cash to connect this last little bit here. So, chop you there. Chop you there. Game. Do you want to be less stupid? Thank you. There. And then we need this station's gridiron. And until I can afford to double that, we have to live without. Has the game realized I should be allowed to purchase this yet? Still no. Well, I think I'm going to have to purchase one of the bad ones then. Or the ones that aren't as good as the one that I should be able to buy now. So it was who? It was... this thing. They're basically the same cost. This one is slightly quicker and slightly better at pulling. And I need 600 more bucks, sure. Everyone's in maintenance. But we finally got the money. Okay. So it was... this chonker. And you were going to do first Sugar, Paris. Control manually. Sugar. Paris. Cloth, Paris. Corn, Paris. That will do for the moment. Yes, and then we rename you Mission Freight. We wait patiently for it to start doing its thing. Hey, Mori. It's tough. It's being tough today, Mori. It's being tough. Good morning, and it's being tough. It's also being a bit silly, right? Year, 1890. Click train. You can't build this before 1890. Well, it is 1890. Grumble, 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 grumble. Many be the grumbles. Okay, and I need to add in that. And probably one more mission freight. Blobber grumbly noises, yes. Grumpy old man yells at cloud. Noises. Okay, you're gonna get in there and you're gonna stop causing a hold-up. How's the number 2 one going? Okay. Ah, the problem is these are going to currently be in sync. Well, worse things have happened. Okay, mission sugar gets delivered. They're the same thing, Hal. Pretending they aren't the same thing is to be lying to oneself. The only thing I'll give you is that they make more sense in Hoi because they are supposed to be a railroaded experience in Hoi. You are supposed to have the World War fire. If in the majority of Hoi 4 games the World War didn't happen, it would be a little silly. They could do the same thing via events. So there's that. There is that. It's not a 100% excuse. But the mission trees do make slightly more sense in Hoi. We are occasionally going to want lumber to go to the other place, but... well, yeah, then we should do it this way. That looks good. They railroaded it. I never played the early one, so I don't know. But makes sense. It's how I said they should probably do it, and if it's how they're doing it, no surprise. Okay, and then we want enough money for one more of these temporary bad freight trains. How much do you cost? Temporary bad freight train? Enough that I could buy you now, so we will. We want timber to Paris. And then we need to add wheat. Don't we? No, we need corn. Isn't that corn? Okay, that's corn, but I haven't added it to the network yet. So fine, do that. And we will add in the... No, that is wheat that I need. Okay, so do we add this one to be wheat, or do we add you to be wheat? Can we get both wheat and cow by placing one station in the mid? No. And yet, I kind of like feeding both of these to here and there. Slash that way as well. So I think we'll do this one rather than that one. The downside is it's slightly further away from here. The upside is it's more centralized to these ones. Okay, you steal all the passengers. And this guy is not going to have anything to pick up. Well, maybe he will, because actually this is kind of fully full. No, it's somewhat empty. Well, hopefully it doesn't catch up too much. Oh wow, that one looks like a Thomas the Tank Engine train. The timber is coming. Pick the option every time and no CB appears? How odd. You're probably using it on the wrong province? The tank engine looks like Thomas the Tank Engine. Indeed. Although I think more like Percy, but... It's really quite unfortunate that these aren't averaged out well. So let's say that you've got timber. Then you need corn. And this. Wait, you've got... Oh, it's getting wheat magically. Perfect. So, you... New job. Once you've done this, corn, Paris. And then everything is done. Actually, does it need a second sugar yet? It can probably absorb one more sugar. And we are going to want this to be able to go both ways eventually, so... Maybe don't dig yourself to China, please. Now, it might realize that it's the new year halfway through the year. So at the end of next month. Yeah, you use it on a border province. You have to use it on a border province. And it only applies the discount to war score cost on border provinces. This is coming in now. Timber's about to be delivered, and then corn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we should still do wheat and cow to here so we can distribute meat everywhere. But there's also an argument to be made for saving up money to repay our loan. Which only lasts about a year. It doesn't show up under your diplomacy view. It wouldn't show up if you don't have a border. So say you got the CB via event and lost your border, then it would not exist, I think? Because you need to have a border for it to exist? Okay, we've got enough cash. Let's start setting up this. So there. And there. I mean, actually, we want that going the other way, don't we? Aside from a bit of digging to China, that's pretty okay. What's wrong with this? No, seriously, what's wrong with this? Oh, the curvature radius on that is not big enough. There. Yes, and this one looks like Gordon. It's even the right color to be Gordon. Gordon or Henry. Time to rebuild? Well, you haven't told me what the game is, Maury. Make it Anbanar again? I wouldn't veto it, but those were two of the least enjoyable hours, only exceeded by Dino Crisis, that we've had dictated. It was miserable in that I like EU, and that the game was just so painfully boring with nothing to do that it was making EU unfun. One, two, three, 4, 5. Here's this. Where's the corn guy? Corn guy is about to pick up the corn. So if anything, it kind of needs meat. And it's trying to do sugar. It could probably survive having one more sugar. What's your problem? Your problem is that Riems is too full. Fair. Let us turn Riems into a triple, so that it's got bypass capacity. I built it almost exactly the right length. And I built that side not long enough. Sorry, tank engine, you're going to stop existing. Where did you teleport to? You teleported to a weird location. Although I'm trying to get you to do timber, so that's fine. You'll do timber again. I'm sure Paris could afford to have a second set of timber. Yes, it can. And we find out at the end of this month if, yeah, Jurassic Park was good. Jurassic Park was a good little game. I mean, it's got flaws. It's got flaws for an old game, but it was a good little game. I imagine I would have loved that as a kid. The little video clips, the good voice acting. All the dinos. Jurassic Park was good. Kind of looks like Paris is almost at the stage of needing another platform as well. Oh, did I not add in waters along here? Am I an idiot? Let's have a look. There's a water there, there's a water there, there's a water there, there's a water here. There should probably be one here. Here. There's one here. but there isn't one along this. So there should be one here. And I guess, although it's slightly less than ideal, there and here. Okay.